Okay, morning, welcome to this video. So here we have a Craftsman II 27-inch snowplow, or snowblower, sorry, not plow, a bit different. So I got this from a friend. He bought another one and gave us this one. He always kept it inside, but he always had problems with it. He actually took it to a small engine mechanics place and had it checked over. They had it working for, he said it worked for a small bit after it came back and then it stopped again. So this one's a plug-in electric start here. So I mean, if you turn it, try turning it over here. Okay, and it doesn't start. So they're pretty simple. This still really looks pretty much new. I mean, snow blowers get very, only get used how many times in winter, unless you live in a really snow place. Here, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times a winter. So what we'll do first is we'll check the spark. So we'll take the plug out. Just going to earth it there, and we'll flip it over, and that has a really strong spark. You can see that quite clearly. Okay, so I'm just going to dip a little bit of gas in there, just a little bit, even though it's a sizable jug. We just want to put a little bit of a drop in there. Just a dibble dabble. This will let us know if it fires, then it's a fuel problem. So that pretty much lets us know that it's a fuel problem, that when there is fuel in there it will fire. So I have a feeling the carb's probably gunked up quite a bit. Maybe just old fuel, or maybe it did get just been out in the cold. The fuel's gone off. He did say that he kept it inside pretty much his whole life, which it does look like it has been. It's pretty much looks new. So we'll get into it. We'll take the tank off and we'll get down to the carb there. Let's see what we can find. And we'll drain out the old fuel, get rid of that altogether, and get down to the carb, which I believe is actually on the other side. So we'll drain the fuel out of this, get rid of all the old fuel. The carb on this one looks like it sits out over this side on the left-hand side. So we'll get down there and get that cover off, but I will drain this first, so I'm not going to have any other old fuel coming down into it. Run a bunch of carb cleaner through the hoses and that, just to get any old shit out, and yeah, we'll see where we are. So we'll drain this, I'm going to get the cover off there, and we'll see where the carb is. Okay, so to get this cover off, we've got a screw that's down here, which is down here just by the oil dipstick. Then you've got one up here. You've got the two in front of the carb. And then I'm just going to take this one off, which is a starter. I'm going to pull the key out and take this off, and then get that cover right away. Okay, I just started to release the bowl there. So you can see that's a 13 mil socket, and what I remember, the one that controlled the took the nut off is a T25, where the key fits into. The rest were 8 mils, and that was just a Phillips screwdriver. So yeah, I'm just going to unscrew this, pull the bowl off. Fuel's already coming out. We'll have a look at what that looks like. Okay, so it looks a bit almost like algae. Just got to watch that little other piece goes back up. Gotta get that back up in that little feeder hole there. Good. Like that. But yeah, it almost looks like green algae on there. It's not a good thing, even like on the aluminum there. It's gone green. I'm going to chuck a bunch of carb cleaner in there, just blow out everything. See what we find. I mean, the bowl itself was fairly clean as well. Green again though, which isn't a good colour, I wouldn't think. So just mean hold fuel, I guess. But we'll give that a good spray out with some carb cleaner and see if anything comes out, and then try again. Put some new fuel in and see how she goes. Okay, so we ran a bunch of carb cleaner in through, make sure everything's coming out. Actually ran into the fuel line to the actual cylinder from the carb, sprayed it in there, blew a bunch of air down there, make sure I got through. Same with the fuel hose, I had it off, blew it back to make sure that it's no obstructions. So I'm going to put the bowl back on, put some new fuel in it, and yeah, see if we go. I'll just put the key back in here. We shouldn't have to put everything back together, we should just put the key back in there, put the bowl back on, put the fuel in, and we should see if it's going or not. Okay, we've got some new, we've got new fuel put in. We've got our key in there so it'll start. Should almost be able to see the prime. I almost think that's a problem there. It's not really sucking. I think I might have to take that cover off. Just thinking about it, because it's not really pumping the fuel through, so it just seems to do nothing. So I mean, I'll try and start it, but it feels like it's not pumping, so it must either be a hole in the line here. It's just not sucking the fuel through. But we'll give it a go. We'll plug her in. No, it doesn't seem to be. I think there's something wrong here. There's no, usually you can feel it, and there's no fuel being pumped through there on the primer. So there actually might be a problem in here. Okay, so I think the primer is working. Every time you pump it, I can't quite make out that. I think it's the bowl seal. Every time you push it, it's just flooding out of there. So maybe reorder one of those, and yeah, pretty much think it's that seal, so I'll reorder that, order one of those. I don't think it's anything else there. Wait for that to come in, we'll place it and then see if she starts. So the parts came in. So it was cheaper to buy all of this for 30 bucks than it was just to buy the seal kit and that. So it comes with a new carb filter, source manifold gasket, spark plug, all the new I think it's the choke, throttle, primer hose, clips, on off, which I don't have, and I don't have a filter, so I might see if I can incorporate those into this, especially the filter. We'll see how we go. We'll get this stuff in, on, and then we'll see if she fires up. So I got the two manifold bolts undone. Just those. I swapped over the mount that was on this other over here to this one. So now I'm going to unhook the throttle wire here. It's just a tilt and out, and then the only thing connecting it is the fuel hose, which I'm just going to pull off and connect to that one fairly quickly without losing any gas. Then we should be good, and then we should just be able to hook this up, throw the back wire back in. You will get rid of this old manifold gasket, put a new one on, and yeah, pretty simple. Got to swap this piece over. That's the choke, so it just unscrews and screws onto the other one, so that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, and then it should be back together. We can try it out, see if she starts. Okay, so we got the new carburetor in, hooked up. No gas came out of that. Did put a new primer on there. Just doesn't feel like it's priming it, but we'll give it a go. We've got it choked, we got it right up, so we'll see if she starts. Bizarro. Just still doesn't seem like it's getting fuel through it. It's kind of weird. We got gas in there. We know it fires. Okay, let's have another look again. Do we think that needs to be earth? Probably does. Okay, so it seemed to just take a while for the fuel to siphon through. Yeah, so we did get it running, so it was just a carb. I'll try it over the next few days just to make sure it's still, yeah, I'll just do the full start, see if we can. Go. So yeah, it's just a weird thing where it doesn't feel like this is actually siphoning, but I think that's what you're trying to do, is it creates a siphon. It's not like a normal primer where it fills full of gas and then you can see it. It seems you press it and then it'll start siphoning through. It seems like it needs a few minutes. So with that being said, I think we can call that one good. Ready to go for winter. A fairly simple fix, yeah. 30 bucks for all that gear. I didn't end up using the filter in that. It was like I need a longer hose, which I might do later. But at least we got it going. So we'll catch you later. Give us a thumbs up if you like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and we will catch you later.